I might even give you another donation next month.
Welcome, North Country soccer fans, to the George Brendler Field. I don't know if you heard Joe Poisson to the right bloviating as we're trying to go on the air here, but I'm with Joe the Fish Poisson, Calvin Castine, the founding father of Hometown Cable here, and it's a cool night in September, but a glorious night for a soccer game here, Joe, and they're facing Willsboro last year, and last year Willsboro was their nemesis during the season.
During the course of the season, the Willsboro beat them 2 times. And I cannot remember the last time Chazy was beaten in the league.
And we've talked
2 times by the same team.
And we've talked to a lot of players over the years. Nobody can remember that.
Most people can't.
And that's the compliments to Willsboro. I mean,
oh yeah,
you got to tip your hat off to them.
They did, but they lost their ace, Mr. Clay Sherman. He's playing at Plattsburgh State, and he's actually doing quite well, from what I understand.
Yeah, I've been reading about him in the paper.
Yeah, so Clay, you may be listening to this, so just give you a shout out. We don't miss you in Chazy.
But you were thrown on our side last year.
But you could tell he was going to be a player when he was in 8th grade. I remember calling the games up here when he was in 8th grade. So and you watched him, and it's like, okay, he's going to be what he was. And
he was an all-star. There's no doubt about it.
But Coach Andy Lee, he's got a new team here this year. Mm-hmm. He's got Joe. You got the roster there. Why don't you go down the names of the players?
Well, quickly, it's number 2 Nolan Murphy, captain and starter Nick Arnold, captain Dakota Latford, who was the goalie. Number 5 Jake Hubbard, number 8 Zach Pearson, number 10 Brandon Porter, number 12 Sam Politti, number 15 Tyler Bridge, 19 Lucas Cross, number 6 Justin Misex, number 20 Vadim Krivitsky. 21 Jared McVicker, 22 Lee Soper, number 23 Walker Laudell, and then the captain, number 24 Seth Squires. So Willsboro's here with their red uniforms, their away uniforms, and it's tough to beat a team 3 times in one season. And of course, last year Chazy in the sectional championship got a little bit, I guess you want to call it, sweet revenge for those 2 losses, beating Willsboro 1-0 in a very hard-fought game down at the Plattsburgh Sports Complex. And there's a nice cross by Pelton. And so you talked about Coach Andrew Lee with a new group, and is it a younger group?
Oh yeah, they're much younger this year. But you said it's a rebuilding year, small school, and when you lose a player like Clay Sherman, it's gonna be tough to replace. And Chazy's done very well this year. They brought a lot of players back, and they've been undefeated so far.
Yeah, they've started out well, and
they have, especially in the Northern Soccer League in the Division II. It seems like everybody else wants to fight for second place, and
Willsboro's not coming here to play second fiddle tonight. Well, they know they beat us twice last year, and they'd like nothing more than beat us 3 times in a season, in season play. So, but the boys from Chazy remember that from last year, and I can tell you they're looking forward to this game.
Yes, they are.
And that's Hayden Gay trying to keep it on the end line. Now, did you get the officials for tonight's game, Joe?
We had the Kovlowski brothers.
The brothers.
The Kovlowski brothers. It was Jerry, Mr. Jerry Kovlowski. Now, he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
What's the other brother's name?
Tommy Jr.
Tommy Jr. Now, can they get along on the soccer field? Because I know talking to their mom and dad, they didn't get along at home. So
it's just the way it works.
Calvin looks at me like, well, I'm just kidding, guys.
That name's been around
it's
here
just brothers like to fight with each other,
Name's been around here for several decades of Kovlowskis.
Yeah, I know. Good athletes in their day.
Oh, yeah. Drake.
And Drake can finish. And they're... and most guys would have went down, but Drake is so fast, he just held up. You heard down below the coach, why didn't he go down?
It's true. That would have been...
they would have called a penalty on that. Yeah. But Drake has had a wonderful start to his varsity season this year.
Yeah, but that just shows you what Drake is about.
Oh.
He's gonna play.
And what is Drake, a sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
His second year at the varsity level.
Okay, come on, White, come on!
And barrier, Josh definitely called for a foul there. But the boys seem like a little anxious for this game. They got to get their passing game down here and start controlling the tempo here a little bit.
They have to do what they do best and just possess.
Yeah,
it'll come.
Well, you got to survive the first 10 minutes.
You got a guy like Brandon Lauren just worked. The hard work that he's put in this year. Here's number 10 Pelton.
Pelton's got some good speed.
Well. Yes, he does. And he just showed you right there.
There he is sending it across.
Another nice cross by Pelton. It's 2 nice crosses in so far early in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Having good success on the outside. they can keep using the outside, and they'll just open up the inside eventually. Because
Try to get touched there,
I don't know. I beat this drum, but I think Chazy has quite a few weapons.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of weapons, and as good as last year's team was, that was really a goal away from winning a state championship.
Yes.
And we were down there, Joe, and we felt Chazy was the better team down there.
Yes.
And not taking anything away from Hamilton, they were a very solid club.
Hamilton won it, but they
Hamilton won it.
weren't the better team, no doubt.
But with that being said, Coach McCullough feels this year's team is better than last year's team.
He's not the only one, so do I.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I've watched these young men since they were young men. I mean, they were kids.
You coached a lot of these
Yeah,
kids.
they were kids, and watch them develop and just grow up, and it's been a really pleasure to watch and be a part of.
Well, you came after, I was pushed out to pasture. I was too old to coach anymore. And you came in and took over. And, it was like, okay, Trombley, thank you for the 12 or 14 years you gave us. Now get out of here.
But I'll tell you who really finished them off was Jake Spiegel.
Yeah.
Jake Spiegel finished these kids off in a junior varsity program for a couple of years before they got to varsity.
Oh,
and,
jeez.
Well,
Pelton's going to go down. That's a stinger.
What's dangerous about these is detached retinas. I've seen it happen back when I was in school, and it's just a very scary thing.
Throw, please. And it's throwing here for the Warriors, and Pelton goes off, and he took it close to that eye, Joe, like you said. So they're looking at him at the sideline right now. He walked off on his own.
Yeah, there was a couple of players I remember when I was in school. Joey Brendler was one of them.
Yeah.
He lost some really valuable playing time there in his career. He was probably a junior or sophomore. He
Taking it in the head?
Yeah, it's just a soccer ball. And I believe right in the front of the head. He didn't, not necessarily in the eye, but he just will detach his retina, and it's very dangerous.
Well, we'll definitely keep an eye on that and keep everybody up to date as to how Nelson Pelton's doing here. But right now it's Lauren with the ball, and he's got that speed. We've been seeing this all year, Joe.
Of course.
And look how he keeps that ball to his foot. It's like Velcro. Look at that pass outside foot.
That was a beautiful pass, actually.
We got outside here. We got outside.
Willsboro did a good job getting back.
Yeah, they're defending well. But the Eagles do have some nice speed on the front line in midfield.
You know who I like have been playing very well is Justin Brothers.
Brothers, well, they know you feel very comfortable with is Craig Botten back there.
Oh, yeah, of course. Craig's he is one of those players you trust. But Brothers has turned into that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He does. He sets up a lot of the offense. Making the second decision. Kids can make the first decision or the first play right, but that second one is what really finishes it off. And
what we've noticed,
Brothers has been doing well with that.
Defensively, all four of them from you got Alec Lapierre off to the left wing, and you got Brett Drew.
Here goes Reynolds.
This is going to be a goal. And Reynolds finishes that off, and you saw Reynolds there. He didn't panic. He just came in, and they just rolled it past. I mean, these guys, this era, know how to finish. Back in our day, Joe, we would have boomed that thing as hard as we could, or at least I know I would have.
When you played, which wasn't often, Joe.
Well, you had to warm up the practice or the first starters during practice.
Yeah, Drew picks up an assist from the defensive zone, which is kind of nice.
But what a nice play, and what a finish by Reynolds.
Come on.
Well, Reynolds has turned into quite a scorer this year.
He's playing the midfield.
Yeah.
He scored a lot of goals last year, Joey, being a sweeper.
As a sweeper.
So, but he would come up on the corner kicks and a lot of the restarts that they had. So this year he's in a position where he can score a lot of goals and get a lot of nice assists also.
And we've been seeing that pretty consistent. He had 3 goals last week at Seton Catholic, the first 3, I think.
Yeah, right off the bat.
You were there for that game, right?
Yeah.
I showed up late in the second half, but
it was turned into a clinic.
See, there was Lauren.
Brandon's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry.
He's strong.
Number 15's defending well. Nice heel back to Rogers.
Nifty pass. Rogers makes a nice cross in the middle.
Nice shield by Gay. See, smart play goes back to Lapierre.
Yeah, play the way you're facing, play it simple. That's a nice ball by Lapierre, actually.
Yeah, this could be dangerous.
Rogers.
Rogers
just
tried.
Couldn't collect.
The goalie there, Captain Nick Arnold, came down on it. And now, or I'm sorry, it was Dakota Latford is the goalie.
Not a bad crowd for a
For a
middle of the
Wednesday night.
week game, yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday night, and I mean it's definitely the chilliest night of a game we've had this year,
Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
but it's great for soccer. Yeah.
No mosquitoes this year, Calvin?
Calvin's happy, no mosquitoes. I see Calvin dressing progressively warmer as the days go by here in September, and that's from years of experience from the founding father himself. As Calvin will say, I'm no fool. I've been down this path before.
Be prepared.
Be very prepared. You know, Calvin, I'm going to give a little plug to Talkin' Business for that segment we did yesterday at the, we'll call it the old former Cedar Hedge Nursing Home. And
Yeah, we did not find out what their name is going to be.
no, we didn't get that, but we want the folks to come back for the second show next spring, but it was with Bill and Ann Carey. And so if people are watching this and want to see that show, just go to hometowncablenetwork.com, and actually on the home page, I think there's a title that says Talkin' Business.
Well, in the first several weeks, it's under the latest recordings.
Okay, under the latest recordings, okay. And so it's a really wonderful show. If you always want to know what the inside of the former Cedar Hedge Nursing Home looked like, you definitely want to see this show, and it was just a very in-depth interview with them. And here it goes, and Lauren's going to finish this. Look at this. Oh, nice play by Latford.
That was a great
I would have sworn that Lauren would have scored on that.
That was a great save by Latford.
Handball. So Joe or Calvin, so going back to the show, I think the folks will really enjoy that. It was just a really good show.
And it's getting good reviews right now. A lot of people are saying they're really enjoying it.
And you said there were over 80 hits as of tonight.
Within less than about 20 hours, we had over 80 hits.
Yeah. Oh, this is dangerous. And
Red, come on, Red!
Bissonette came out, and luckily there were about 6 Eagles there, but that was kind of a sloppy there, Joe.
He's fearless coming off that line, but boy, you got to be careful.
Yeah, no, I know, but there was just so many players packed in there.
That's why you got to be careful.
See, Drake's got that speed. Look at that speed by Drake.
He was held up there a little bit.
Oh, Drake, look at Drake. Can he finish this?
No.
Oh, no, the defense
No,
converges.
no.
But what? I don't think they were expecting that speed from the sophomore.
Drake's putting some mileage on. Oh,
he is.
Barry tries to.
Oh, he tried to rip it.
He had time to take a little touch there,
Yeah.
but that was the first good chance Willsboro's had.
But I mean, being a Chazy fan, you gotta like the tempo of this game right now.
Oh, sure.
For the Eagles.
Got to get their touchdown a little bit. This is what, the fourth game of the league?
Well, they
Third.
beat
I believe
NAC,
third.
they beat
Seton.
E-Town, they beat Seton.
So this is the fourth
Fourth.
game.
Be the fourth.
What is? Do you know what Willsboro's record is?
I have no idea.
That really doesn't surprise me, Joey. That you have no idea.
I would expect my insightful guy here to take care of that.
Well, we take care of everything else, Calvin and I do.
You're supposed to make me look good, Joe. Come on.
Hard to do, Joey. Full-time job.
Now I know when I got up here, there.
Here's
Oh,
a
here
chance.
we are.
Oh, good try.
I know when we
buddy.
came up here, there were some treats here waiting for Calvin and myself, and we got to give a shout out to Mama Poisson there. Made some nice homemade apple pie for us.
You guys are lucky you're getting those.
She made it a point to tell us because she knows you. Oh, there goes Rogers, and he's being guarded by Hubbard. Oh, look at that play by Rogers.
Nice play by Rogers there. Ah, Drake right in a good spot. Take him. Oh,
Oh, Drake trying to chip it in.
yes.
But Latford's getting his money's worth tonight. You got Murphy checking into the game. And then for Chazy, is that Cole Chasky checking
Yes.
in?
ADA coming out. A little break.
Yeah. And that Bouffant hairdo, as you call it, is getting a little more floppier on top there, Joe.
You told me what the name of it was.
Oh,
I forgot.
did he give you the name?
Yes.
And you forgot it already?
Well, it's easy enough to do.
Dagwood Bumstead.
Dagwood Bumstead.
See the middle here, Nick. 5.
I like how Drake receives that ball. It stays
Oh,
with him.
nice stick by the Bridge, Tyler Bridge.
Middle here, Nick. 5.
this is Chazy soccer controlling the tempo. But look at where all the players are for Willsboro.
Nice play by
It's just
Lauren.
some boxing.
What a ball by
Look
Lauren.
at this. Push it. And Drake on a nice feed from barrier.
That started with in the middle though with Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren started on that.
Good little pass with Lauren.
So that was 27-30, Joe. Mark, and it is now 2-0 Chazy.
Boy, come on, keep it up.
Good work. Boys are looking good again.
Josh, good stuff. Brandon, good ball, buddy.
It was a great ball.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Drake has that instinct on how to finish.
You know, he never used to. He always played defense.
That's what you said.
Yeah, it's true. I remember when I had him first for indoor soccer, talking to his dad and stuff, and trying to move him up to the older levels, being a younger kid and small. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I said, "You gonna ever play offense?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, you're not gonna be able to say that tomorrow because you're gonna be playing every position." And
Well, I knew
you liked that.
Well, I knew
Yeah.
Corey was a little concerned because of his size coming to the varsity, and I said, Corey, he has nothing to worry about.
No, he doesn't.
He has nothing
No,
to worry
look
about.
at that because of those reasons right there.
Well, this isn't basketball. You don't need to be 7 foot tall to play soccer.
Forward by number 2, Derek Gay, and assisted by number 5,
Now, Lapeer doing a good job putting up in the offensive zone, trying to work his way through. Reynolds rips. The boys are just loading up right now, Joe.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a repeat of last year.
No, I don't think so. But, I for Coach Lee, I mean, last year was one of the best years he's ever had as varsity coach with the players. I mean, he had a lot of talent on that team last year. So as a coach, it's got to be a letdown to be going through a rebuilding year after the excitement they had last year.
Yeah, but some excitement's better than no excitement. That's what they've been having for the last couple of decades.
And you know what? It was good for the league that Willsboro won it last year.
It was great, yeah. First time, Northern Soccer League just starting out, and they won the
They
Division
won the
II.
inaugural
Yes, they did.
Northern Soccer League. And nobody can take that away from them.
No, they did well. Well, actually, all three.
And the
games were
reality
good.
is,
Boys, 5 feet.
the Chazy faithful were worried down in Plattsburgh for match number 3 because they knew. He had lost to him twice, and 3 could have been a possibility.
Yeah, with the player like Clay Sherman, but Dominic got that goal.
Well, I mean, you just give him an opening.
Here's Rogers. Nice service by Rogers.
Good ball, though,
Yeah,
Noah.
sure it was.
No, that's about the third beautiful cross. Pelton, before he was taken out of the game, he was making some nice crosses. Rogers made some nice crosses over there, too. That's what they're going to have to do. Services are so important.
Pelton's still sitting down there, but he looks to be okay.
Drake, show.
Yeah, good.
Mason,
I think he's got some ice on it right now.
Yeah.
Right, Nolan, that was right. Now deny it.
Nice ball
This
by
is
Rogers.
dangerous.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Radford did a good job.
a little bit
going back.
higher. That would have been a little more dangerous.
At the ball.
Okay, number 10, Brandon Porter. He's a senior.
Time.
There goes Drake. Drake pushing it back over to Giroux. Brent Giroux. Oh, a little too hard ahead of
Good hustle
barrier.
by Giroux, though.
Oh, yeah,
That was
he
a really
recovered
good
well.
hustle. Yeah, he did. He had to cover some ground. Normally, you'd lose the ball like that, you're done. You're out of the play.
Oh, I'm going to rip a shot. And that goes wide.
Still good work. Shots on goal are in favor of Chazy and a modest 3.
Stay home.
So,
It would seem a little more than that, doesn't
Stay
it?
home.
But it's not.
modest 3 shots to Willsboro's 0. Chazy's first corner kick.
And there it is, chipped in.
It's a nice kick. Take one, Justin.
Brothers.
Sure, why not?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's a good
He's got a hard shot.
If they're going to give you all day like that, you
Yeah.
can take one.
Nothing wrong from 22 to rip it.
No.
Coming out is Walker Lobdell. Looks like he has a cramp or something working.
foul on
Push out on
Lauren.
Lauren. Wow. Brandon's doing a really good job this year just playing the game as a senior.
Made some nice passes this year.
Yeah, he has.
And, there's that little heel pass back there there's one to Rogers. There's another one to set that goal up.
Too easy.
First goal. So
Garbage.
And the JV's headed to NAC today
any
for a 4:30 game.
any word?
No, not yet. I'm sure they're probably on their way back now, I would think. So I'm sure they'll be here for the second half action.
Jared, you take that throw. Move him up, Jared. You would take that.
So the first 18 minutes have been into mostly into Willsboro territory.
Absolutely no wind. It's beautiful out.
Nick, fine. Stay with him until that ball. Nick, stay with him until he rolls
There's a
out.
good spot for Reynolds on the far side.
Stay with him, Justin. Good job, Justin. Brandon, come on, Brandon. Tonight, come on, Brandon. Down there with it.
So here come the Eagles again, and it's Reynolds.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they come for a
I'm
push.
sure.
Yeah, it was a nonchalant
Tell
push.
you what, this field is
Isn't it incredible?
immaculate.
It looks like a carpet out there, doesn't
I'm
it?
going to give the athletic director Brian Norcross some kudos for coming out here and maintaining this because it is beautiful. This year's every time we've been here,
Actually,
it's
the
been
rain
nice.
last night helped it.
Yeah, it was drained very well.
Earlier in the year, we thought there was some brown spots out there, and this
Yeah, it
is
was
all
dry.
plush green right now.
It was dry.
It's a good call by Rogers to bottom back at the sweeper position.
It's a nice
Oh,
ball.
look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
good try.
yeah.
Chazy's getting everything.
And it'll be a corner kick here for Chazy. Knocked out by Jared McVicker, and Lucas Cross is checking in.
Come on,
For
White,
the
come on,
Warriors.
let's get one.
So Joe, we're almost in the first half here, and or the first half of the half, and it's 2-0 Chazy on only 4 shots. And here goes Lauren.
He needs to be rewarded for some hard work.
He's gonna. Oh, he knew the goal. He knew the goalie was out. He's surprised he didn't get called on that one.
Back more. Talk, Rockford.
This is dangerous.
Good spot.
Oh,
It's a good save.
yeah. Well, I probably wouldn't have gone in, but it was a good.
Who's the number of the kid that saved that?
I think it was
Can't see it.
22, 24. It was,
It was a good
Seth,
save.
Seth Swires,
Good save.
Captain Seth Swires.
He played last year too. I remember that.
He
name.
did, yeah. But Rogers was right on his game. He saw the goalie was out.
Rogers playing very well tonight.
Look at the people packed in there for Willsboro.
Oh, Drake, what a ball.
What a save!
Oh, my.
Oh, Rogers like to have that one.
You're gonna
And
call
a
penalty?
Handball, and
Brandon.
Yeah.
he's giving it to Brandon.
Yeah.
But what a play by Drake over to
Drake.
Rogers, and
Good hard work. Drake has a nice touch. He has a nice touch.
Mickey himself is there. Hey, Mickey's used to doing fries. He did like over 370 pounds this past
I
weekend.
heard that.
And Lauren drills it in on the penalty kick at 19:27 mark. So it's 3-0 Chazy here. And definitely, and we got Mr. Poitras checking in, and it's definitely a difference from last year. A lot different than last year.
Yeah.
Now, we were here. I missed actually both these games because our other commitments. But didn't Chazy totally outplay them the first half here last year?
Yeah, played him the whole game.
And
Everything but the score. Calvin and I we called that game, and
I thought it was like 15 shots to 1 the first half.
it was something like that.
But we
it
just couldn't
was
finish?
Yeah, that's correct. Hitting the crossbar, hitting the post, but was a couple good goals, man. What are you going to do? Sherman popping one. We had a great line on one here, and he popped just a great shot. Gave him a win, actually. He did that down in Willsboro too. Sherman beat a couple people, and he showed why he was the MVP.
Pushing it back to barrier. You know what I like about the this Division 1, 2, and 3, Joe, that the teams down in Division 3 are being competitive games with each other down there.
I see that.
And it's nice. I mean, I think Crown Point was in first place,
Listen,
which is nice to see.
Every division seen this year's having competitive games.
Yeah, they are.
Beamantown, Peru, Northeastern.
That Northeastern Peru game was a heck of a game.
I heard it was.
If you read about McCarthy's goal
Yeah,
diving with a header.
my buddy Kyle doing well down in Northeastern.
You can actually watch it if you want to.
We can watch it. Yes, Calvin says it is Hometown Cable Network.com. It is there,
That is
Northeastern
true.
in Peru.
That is true.
But it was late in the second half, wasn't it, Calvin?
Yes.
You can
So Calvin says you got to watch it for at least an hour and 15 minutes before you see that puppy go.
get through the commercials.
Yeah.
We have 17:58 left here in the first half. Chazy with a dominating 3-0 lead. Goals by a couple of different players with Drake and Lauren Reynolds being involved in some stuff. Boys are playing very well at times tonight, but they just got to keep their edge.
Hey, Joe, do you think it's a good time to make an appeal for some hometown memories here?
Anytime is.
All right, let's do it.
Sure. Let's wait till after this run.
Okay, you want to see this one here?
Sure. I'll make this run.
Joe's feeling some positive vibes up here.
Boys can do.
He thinks he's listening to a Grateful Dead tape right now. He's got some vibes working right
You never
now.
know how it's going to work out.
You never know. You still got those same vibes working?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's do our appeal here. Oh, now he's got the cheat sheet, so he can give out all the good stuff now.
Oh, yeah, Calvin gave me one. He knows how to take care of me. You know, like I have to take. Actually, we both take care of you. I only have one assistant. You have two.
Hey, was I here on time?
Barely. Always in a tizzy.
Wow.
Do you have this? Do you have that? Yes. Okay. Let's just watch this last one.
That's why you get paid more than I do.
Yeah. We gotta start putting some stuff together. Just finding feet. It was a good move by Lauren. Well, you know, we're doing these hometown memories. That was a good call by Kowalski, actually. These hometown memories. Calvin has been doing this since 1983.
1980, so going on 30 years
You
next
know,
year.
and he's on Facebook now. You can friend him on Facebook. He might accept your friendship, especially if you can send a donation,
Yes.
which is always accepted. You know,
They
you
do
can-
it on his, what's his website called?
Hometown Cable.
Cable Network.
Oh, excuse me. I was talking about Facebook. Yeah, his friend. Yeah, it's, his website, Hometown Cable Network.
.com.
Also, he's on Plattsburgh.com.
Yes, he is.
So you can view Calvin in many different ways on the computer.
Can you make a donation on that website?
You can make a donation on that website, yeah, through PayPal. He'll take any donations, no matter how small. He'll even take Canadian money.
Yeah.
And he has covered Canadian events, so all the Canadians maybe can
Support.
throw a few loonies down at us.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance.
And just so people know, that's how Calvin makes his living. It's the donations from individuals and businesses.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
true.
our friends up north, the Canadians. And Poitras doing some nice stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, Reynolds like
But,
have that one back.
Yeah, you can make donations on PayPal or on the Hometown Cable Network. Plattsburgh.com will get you there. Calvin's on Facebook now, and he's got how many friends do you have, Calvin, have you counted?
1,100.
1,100
Do you really?
friends.
He has 1,100 friends. Wow.
That's,
I'll never see that in my daytime.
well, I don't imagine why, Joey. That's okay. No, but
Calvin says 1,100. Your closest friends, right?
Intimate.
Intimate close friends. Okay.
Randy Lozier has 1,200, so.
Oh, you're trying to beat Lozier,
We gotta
okay.
beat Lozier.
So there's a contest between Calvin and Lozier, and we know we don't want Lozier to beat Calvin. So if you're watching this, go and become friends with Calvin on Hometown Cable.
It is true. Where you can, you can send donations to the 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 12919.
Oh, you took my spot away.
I did take it away. I know.
That's okay.
I'm moving up in the
Give him a
world.
business card. He takes my spot.
I'm moving up in the
Calvin.
world.
My jingle's all over. It's over with.
Just that's what you can do, and to help Calvin out, keep these hometown memories going. I mean,
And I think we should let people know we don't get paid for this. We donate our time for this. And
yeah, and it's a pleasure.
Important that they know you guys aren't getting any of the money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Calvin, that's to your benefit. They realize we aren't getting anything for this.
If you guys sent money in, you wouldn't have to listen to us. You can get some real people up here. I know.
Yeah, he could afford some real
Not a
announcements.
doubt. But it is a pleasure coming up here and working
Yeah,
with you guys. It's a good time.
Joe, I'll always remember your first game.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
right here on a Saturday,
Beautiful.
on a beautiful Saturday against
Ogdensburg.
Augsburg,
Yeah, it was good.
non-league game.
It was
What
good.
was this, our 6th year together, Joe, doing this, I think?
Anyway, 6th, 7th year.
Something like that.
But you and I have ventured off too now. We're big shots. We can do radio. We're versatile. You have to be versatile.
We'll do paper too, it doesn't matter.
It's a good shot right there.
There it
It's a good
is.
strike.
Oh, nice save.
Nice save by Lafford. It's a good shot actually by Lapeer.
Well, periodically, when we do the radio, Hometown Cable's up here, and we're,
Oh, yeah.
we're getting everything covered at one time.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
And like you say, Joe, these are hometown memories. And, for the parents of these kids here, and when these kids move on, they'll look back at these games and go, wow. And so any recent alumni that are watching this, young alumni?
We go back when Calvin put some of those little softball
Oh, yeah,
games
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, it is. And actually, when you bring that up, my kids will look at that and go, that's you? Look at you.
I know.
You look like a dork.
Yeah.
You had hair. Were you really that thin? It's like, yeah. Well, I just tell them it's such an old tape, it's just distorted. So Calvin's come from the reel to the to what do you call them, big tapes?
Yeah, good work by Poitras. Real good work. That was good work.
Have you heard from the Villamers yet? Saturday we're doing the game, right? Doing the game, and these whistles are going by because of that accident, right, up by Trombley Hill. And so we're just going. So I open the door. So Calvin wants to get the fire trucks or the ambulances going by. And as he does it, Kirsten Villamer goes down and scores, and we don't have it on camera.
Oh my. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, not often, but. So for the remaining 22 minutes and 35 seconds, Calvin was trying to make up to Blair and Kim.
I don't blame him.
But this goal here, he was right at it. Who had the goal?
Poitras.
Poitras.
Some pretty good work. He had to beat a few guys and got tripped in the box.
He scored in the last game.
Almost went down. So
He scored in the last game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Lower Lauren trying to make it 5
Right.
nothing with 12 minutes left. Yeah.
Against Seton.
Seton, yeah. Reynolds had 3 goals that game and assists, at least an assist. Bourne had a couple of goals and an assist. Mm-hmm. They have, they have a few guys at Chazy this year that main scorers. Drake's been doing well. Lauren as usual, and Reynolds of course. But they've done a lot of it by committee too. So different guys have scored. Different guys have got into the assist column. So they're not just a one trick pony.
No, and
This young man right here is Zach Brothers.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore, very up and coming player.
our coach McAuliffe is be looking for him in the future years too. Some key spots.
he
and
was.
that's
He
offside.
calls. Yeah,
he was.
He was. Mr. Kovlowski. You can't get him wrong calling him Mr. Kovlowski this evening because there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them,
Mr.
yeah.
Kovlowski was right on top of that.
Yeah.
11 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half, and
Now who's the older one? Junior is the. I don't know. Which one's Junior? Right here next.
Yeah, Tommy's over.
Okay, right here. Okay.
Good ball.
Ball.
And stepping up is Murphy. We should probably say a few names here for
Good defense.
the Warriors.
That's good team defense right there by Chazy.
See, nice play by Poitras, the brothers.
But good defense. You saw them play that. I mean, good. They didn't really try to strip the ball. The guy made a mistake, and that's couldn't get by too. You know, so it's really nice team defense, and they've been doing that all year. Another nice service by Rogers.
Yeah, there it is.
A little long.
But the Eagles have definitely had their way here tonight.
Mr. Barrier getting a well-deserved breather. We're going to try a little different combinations tonight, I think, Coach McCullough.
Yeah, it's a good game for them to move people around and
Well,
stir it a little bit.
It's good experience for these guys to get to different playing positions in a decent game like this. It's nice. They can get comfortable. You know, I like this combination of Reynolds and
Look at this
Rogers
play
in
here.
the middle.
Exactly like to have that back.
Next year he'll score that. He knows it.
Come on,
Or he could have just given one little push to Lauren, and Lauren could have taken it in. And
But is
Brandon's talking to
That's
us.
a nice. Oh yeah, they're talking. Nice pass by Lauren though. Good movement. But it's good to see him working with the two seniors in the middle. You have Reynolds and you have Rogers in the middle of the midfield. You know, decent size and good speed and skills too. Seeing how they work together.
That goes off of Gay, so it'll be a throw in here for the Warriors. But we have 9:14 to go here, Joe, in the first half, and it's total domination for the Eagles, 4-0, and the shots are 7-0 at this point.
4 out of 7 shots they've scored.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They must be just counting the shots on net.
I would
'Cause
think
there's been
so.
no shots
Yeah,
wide.
I would think so. Maybe we should start tallying our own special little box scores.
Just in the shots, yeah.
Sure. That's 4-0. I think people are already fast forwarding to the end anyway if it's on hometown cable.
Well, they can't. You can't fast forward. You got to watch the whole thing. Calvin's got it designed that way. Not by much. Calvin says you can jump. I said, not by much. He doesn't want you to miss one action-packed minute.
Skip over those Joey Trombley commercials.
There's no commercials.
There isn't any.
I am being told, Calvin, though, the decade's gone by, and we should probably redo the commercials.
I did want to mention that. But I didn't want to insult you. Yeah, right.
Well, the tape shows me on a VHS tape.
Oh, it's a good.
Oh, there's a rip.
Really nice shot by there.
Yeah, you know what's when I'm holding up a VHS tape? That's not good.
Good job by brothers.
8-track, yeah, the 8-track, wow.
Played by brothers, different one, but good play by Zach. Nice ball, fine feet. I think Willsboro's.
Well, the whole first half they've been back on their heels.
I think Willsboro's kind of folding it here this afternoon, giving some kids some playing time.
Oh,
Ooh.
and Poitras almost had number 2. That ball's going to stay in. Went off for Poitras. And we got all wholesale changes. We have Hubbard, Misek, and Krivitsky. Vadim Krivitsky. Is it Vadim? 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 How do you read it?
Vadim.
Vadim?
Krivitsky.
Huh?
Krivitsky.
Russian.
I'm assuming.
I think so.
Krivitsky. Russian. Yeah, he's Eastern European ethnicity of some kind. Ukrainian, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. So they have a exchange student. That's nice.
Go Zach. Oh, he had space. They were waiting for him to pass it. and he
Yeah,
went
just
right to it.
slightly a little bit behind, but right idea.
He could have taken it himself. You know, you got to be a little selfish occasionally when you're up front. They want you to score.
Come on, White!
You got to go.
Lazy Justin! Good, boys, can't happen.
6:08 to go.
Good.
One thing coach doesn't want is these guys to get sloppy as this game goes on.
No, you got to keep your form. You have to keep it all. Keep it together.
Come on, White, let's get one.
And so nice shield by Reynolds over Nick Arnold. Ouch. A little knee to knee there. But if you look
Nice
at,
ball, nice long ball by Barrier, huh?
but if you notice the Chazy players are always looking. They see the whole field.
Wow, what a move by
Look at that
Drake.
move. He's got the speed.
Nice move by Drake.
Oh, he put it right on Lauren's foot and it went right over it. Oh, Brandon's going to say, how did I
Still
miss
good.
that one?
That's great
That was
work there.
cool. That was all Drake getting the ball there.
I've seen a lot of good things here tonight by the Chazy boys. The girls were rained out last evening.
Well, and nobody don't see a rain
Stormed out.
Yeah,
Actually, it was
maybe
stormed out.
There were some nasty storms that came through here. I don't think we got it so bad here, but they were predicted to come through here. 50-mile-an-hour winds with thunder and lightning is really not a good thing to have them out there playing soccer in.
No reason to.
What's that?
No reason to.
No.
Good work by Lauren. Good work, just stripping him with the ball. Oh, nice
look at
feed,
this.
nice. He was offside. He
Oh.
was.
Renault call for the offside.
Yes. No argument by.
So I think
Reynolds.
it was Gravitsky who pulled him off sides. So a nice play by Vadim. And we have Porter and Bridge ready to check in here. Joe's laughing at my pronunciation of Russian names here.
Get in front of him!
And Lauren goes wide. He wants it run by.
Keep cutting your ankle. Let you beat that one. It's there. You just need a yard of space. Keep it there, White. Let's go.
What's good about Chazy this year is the subs. Look at the people you can put in, and there's no drop off at all. He's done it every game this year.
What's that?
He's done it every game this year. He's put subs in. There's been no drop off.
absolutely.
Even in the tournament, the Frankie Garrell tournament that we had here, even in Beatmantown, he subbed in some different people, and there was no drop off at all.
Right.
And it's pretty good for a small school not to have that.
No, he's deep this year. There is no doubt about that.
Nice service by Gagger's Barrier setting up to tee it off. And he doesn't. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, and Brothers couldn't get there, but it's a corner kick.
Still good work by Chazy. Just under the 3-minute mark. Chazy just trying to put another nail of the coffin here.
There's a nice feed, a nice save, slap out by the goalie Latford.
Touch, get touch!
And there's a nice chip back in, and Latford is there.
You have nobody on you. There's no reason to rush that. Take a touch and get a good service in, right? No reason to rush it.
That's right.
So we'll be here in the 2-minute call here in about 10 seconds.
Go Zach. I like that. You see what Brothers just did right there? That control touch. He does that very well. And it's going to serve his purposes next year as a junior.
Reynolds, ask for it here.
You have 3 sophomores out there for Chazy right now.
A nice defensive play there by Kravitsky. I think I got it figured out now, Joe.
How many times did it take you?
Well, about half a dozen, maybe a
Not
dozen.
bad. That's pretty good, actually. For Trombley with an E.
Well,
That's
listen,
not bad.
I'm a quick learner.
Trombley with an E. That is quick.
It's true. A lot of them wish they had it.
Come on, White. Keep going. Let's go.
Of course, the Tromblies that know the inside joke are going to watch this and go, wait till we get the LUI there. We'll give them a piece of our mind. We do have some good laughs over that.
The peer over on his knees made a good play. Oh, Reynolds.
Nice converge by Drake.
Yes, good team defense. Boys are playing.
The boys are controlling.
Nice pass. Oh, what that? Beautiful. Oh my. Nice little flick passes. Boys are having their way with the Willsboro
Yeah, they are. Well,
this evening.
the Willsboro, either they're tired or they're giving the boys way too much respect. And the boys are having their way.
Turn. Come on, 30 seconds, White.
Play hard. That's what he's telling them.
So this first half will be coming to an end. The boys from Chazy leading the Warriors of Willsboro 4-0 on a totally dominant first half. They've outshot Willsboro 8-0, corner kicks 3-0. So it is now in the books the first half. Chazy 4, Willsboro 0. We'll be back for the second half.
Come on, come on.
And we're starting the second half, and right off the bat, Chazy comes right down and it's cleared out. So a very good first half for Chazy with a 4-0 lead, and it was all Chazy in that first half. The shots favoring them 8-0, and the corner kicks were 3-0. And you know, Joe, I'm not quite sure if your coach Lee, what do you tell your team at half? You know, I mean, you got totally outplayed that first half, and I don't know what you do to kind of inspire them for the second.
You learn from it. Just play hard. Try to do some things and try to take some positives out of it. If you can get something going, you know, make some plays, and that's what you're looking for. They're a young team.
Yeah, they are.
Willsboro, and I was speaking to Coach Lee before the game. That's a nice cross by Lauren. But you know, he knows what he was coming up against here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, sure he does. He's played Lauren, he's played Reynolds forever, it seems like, and Barrier was here last year. Hayden Gay was here last year, you know, so they know.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's not going to harm anybody actually way back there, but it's he knew what he was getting into here this evening, especially he's been watching the scores too, and so
Yeah.
he was saying he has a class coming up, a 6th grade class of boys there's about 7 or 8 of them
That are enjoying soccer.
that are very good athletes, and they're listening and they're getting better. So you know, there's a future there. It's tough in these small schools.
Yeah, it is. Very tough.
Well, I think Chazy's kind of an anomaly, you know, when it comes to that. Northeastern does well every year, but they don't have a football team. They're a Class B school, and they don't, you know, so they normally will do well, and they have.
And you take the schools that do well in soccer and football, that says a lot about
Yeah.
their programs.
Yeah, just kids are interested in it. Here's Cole Chazy. Cole's probably one of the most cerebral players I've ever coached. You know, we had to. Oh, that's a nice service. Nice service to Lauren.
He'll work hard at that
Yeah, he will. And he is covered relentlessly by a whole bunch of red.
Yeah.
Tried to bounce. He was a good play actually by Lauren. Tried to bounce it off. Tried to get a corner kick. But Cole Chazy just is probably the smart. He is. He's the smartest player I've ever coached. We had to finally say, you know, if anybody have an answer to this, could you go through stuff and scenarios and plays, and we'd have to finally say anybody but Cole.
Because he understood the game.
He understood it, and he knew the answer, and he is just extremely bright. And it's like I said, he's probably the smartest player I've ever coached.
So a foul on the Eagles here in the second half. And we'll start out as a sunny game when it started. It is now turning into some dusk and darkness, and the lights are definitely coming into play right now. And like I say, Joe, it's not a bad crowd for a Wednesday night game.
No, it's not. Willsboro always brings a pretty decent-sized crowd, pretty boisterous crowd up, you know. Good fans.
And Poitras's ready to check into the game. He's got a goal tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice one. He worked hard for that.
He's got a 2-game streak working right now.
You want Nolan in the center? One more here, go up in the middle.
I'm sure Mom's over on the other side watching. Would be my guess.
Oh, yeah.
Get back in there.
And you notice there's 2 Eagles and 4 Warriors there.
The speed.
Yeah.
He did that earlier in the. Oh, he's trying to go end line. That's what he's trying to. But he did that earlier. That one goal that he missed.
Yeah.
But it just blew by everybody. That's what he's able to do. Oh, nice cross by Rogers. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my! What a shot by Rogers.
Across that, and it was missed.
And Latford really wasn't out of position.
It went right over his head.
That was just a great shot.
Good job by Rogers. You know, I'm glad to see him get when he's been working really hard.
All season.
Yeah, he worked really hard, especially this game. He's had a good game.
Now, did Rogers get that? Or was that on...
You said you did 5. 25 assists.
Okay, yeah,
Rogers.
he got an assist from Alec Lapeer.
Yeah, it was great. You have to rate that down.
That'd be at 35-34 mark.
So there, Chazy's up to their old tricks this half. There's 2 pieces of pie left, you guys. If you guys want them. This side I'd offer.
Oh, so Joe, what happened to that third piece of pie at halftime?
I dropped it.
God, it's like that plate was never even dirty. He's cleaned it off so good. I think you've never eaten before, Joe.
First piece of apple pie this season.
These kids are working their buns off, and you're up here eating apple pie.
And I don't mind.
And cheese, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll get over it.
Well, there's different kinds of shape. Okay, they're in physical shape, and you're in physical shape.
Oh, yeah.
Just a different kind.
Right in there like last time, fellas. You saw it.
Doing something different. McAuliffe.
Get in here, ready for something.
What's he doing different, Joe? Give us the insights.
He's usually Poitras goes on the outside. He's got him in the middle and working with Reynolds. Of course, he gave Barrier a little break here for a minute. It's not bad. That's a good ball.
And there's Botten.
You just got to
Oh,
clear it.
yeah. Clear it out. Doing his job.
Chazy goal scored by number 8, Nolan Rogers, and assisted by number 25.
There it is.
Coming off that line.
Yeah, well, you come off the line. Stuff can happen.
Can't blame him. You come off, though, you better be sure.
But who was there to save him? Mr. Botten.
As usual. Bond is just a stalwart player this year. He was one of those ones when he was young.
Is
you
he
knew
a
it.
junior or senior?
He's a senior.
Senior this year.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that was a foul. I don't know, but Mr. Kovlowski, once again, says it is.
Yes.
Frankie, go ahead.
That would be Mr.
Frank.
Tommy Jr.
Okay. Yeah,
JR. It's JR on the other side.
Hey, help in the middle, help in the middle.
You and him are pretty tight, are you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely.
If anything comes out. Take a touch, relax.
Yeah, Justin's.
Take him in line.
Good job, Hayden Gay.
Play.
Hayden's another hard worker. Oh, nice ball. Good ball. Oh, what a save.
Wow. What a pass back by Rogers over to Lauren.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, it's 5-0, but Latford has done a nice job back there for them.
He's had to. Chazy's had a few miscues too, but this could be worse. Rogers having a good game tonight. Got kicked in. No. He's hard on himself. You know that Nolan's very, very hard on himself. You're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
He does more nice things than mistakes, so way more nice things. And he is tough on himself.
And the Eagles just calmly taken out of their end into Willsboro's.
That young man over on the far side on defense has done well too, Lapeer.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, nice ball.
This is dangerous.
Yeah. Oh! You got to finish those, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, these are.
Yeah, you get into a tighter game, he's got to finish.
That's the second time he's done that. I think this game
he
got a
missed
breakaway.
hat-trick tonight
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. And he knows it. He knows it.
Jeez.
Smart play. Smart play. Keep it going.
And I mean, Willsboro, it must seem like they think Chazy has 12 players out there because they're just walking their way down the field here.
They are. Nice move. Nice move by Reynolds.
They
Just
do,
good work.
They do work well together up there.
Yeah. And this guy up there too, Drake. Ah,
There's
Send area back in, Lapeer.
We're going to try one of these long things.
You're going to have to call offsides, yeah.
Like about 3 of them were offsides.
There was 3.
Yeah, there were 3 there.
That's okay. Still a nice service. Good work by Drake just getting it back. Four and a half minutes. Ball has not gone out of bounds.
Well, there's still 31 minutes left in the game, so he'll get his share of
I'm sure he will.
playing time in. Oh, jeez. It's Vadim. I heard him call his name, first name.
Of course it is. Told you that.
Vadim, yeah.
It's okay. Don't listen to me. Good job by Reynolds just calling for it.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Lapeer calling for it. That's smart. They communicate. They're communicating well. Yeah.
He'll take it off him for a corner kick.
Goal.
Oh, goal kick.
That's okay. All right.
They will call a sub this time.
Barrier's thinking it's about time.
It's been a while.
Poitras is thinking, I'm okay with it.
Not long enough. I know.
Yeah. Depends where you're sitting on the field. But you know, the boys have looked good all year. And it started with the Frankie Garrow Memorial Tournament.
Yes. That was a good.
They
Still
came
a
out of the
great
gates
game.
flying this year.
That's a great game.
Move up there more.
Still a great game. They'll be talking about that one against Beatontown for a while.
Yeah.
They've had some good ones, but
That 12 space.
back and forth.
That was a classic, as we like to say.
Stop it, Nick. Stop it, Nick. Somebody move up.
Nice pass.
Look at that pass. Oh,
It's all right.
deflection.
Tough though, Josh.
Chazy's just going to reload. Here comes Reynolds. Reynolds can go downtown.
That had to hurt.
Yeah.
That pounded off a
Move up
bridge.
now, move up now, move up now. Well, Seth and Tyler, you got to move up more there.
29:08 to go here in the second half. It's 5-0 Chazy here on the 19th of September 2012, and Drake wants to get into the action again.
Sure.
And here at the George Brendler Field, I'm with Joe the Fish Poisson, Calvin Castine on the camera, and I'm Joey Trombley, and it's our pleasure to bring you this game. A decent crowd for a Wednesday night here on a cool September evening, but a very comfortable cool September evening. And that there's no wind whatsoever, Joe, which is nice.
It's beautiful.
And Trombley is back, so we have to find out from Galen how they did down at NAC.
That was a nice pass by Brothers, though, to get that ball out. Just a nice touch. Didn't bang it down the field, didn't blast it, just moved it up to Reynolds casually, and nothing came of it, but it's still a nice ball.
Let me see if I can get Galen's attention. Hey, Galen, how'd you guys do? You won? Well, I just heard from
Here comes a good
here we
chance.
go.
Move up on him.
Reynolds. Oh, what a rip. That must have deflected into the net.
So
Boy,
get
I
back
tell
to
you what,
get back
Lackford's
to
going, woo.
get back to
Well, Coach Trombley just said the JV boys beat NAC 1-0 in OT.
oof, that sounded like a good one.
Yeah, sounded like a good game down in Bobcat country.
Come on, Wyatt, attack the ball.
I think it was. There's a nice header.
Good job.
Oh, what a play by Drake.
Is that Drake?
Yeah, that was Drake.
It's not Drake.
He just came back and flipped his head back. That's just
That's why he's there.
that's just not right, Joe. That was beautiful.
2 goals, 9 and 16 with the assist.
9 and 16 with the assist.
This year.
So 9 and 16 is whom?
Double assist this year. Oh my God, they normally don't get in. Let me see. We have Botton's going to get an assist
Yep. And
in Hayden Gay.
Hayden Gay.
Good.
But what a header by Drake. Just took a step facing this way and just flung his head back, and Latford's going, what just happened to
That's
me?
why he's there.
Well, it's 6-0, Joe, with 27 minutes to go.
You know, it's amazing. I think Drake is one of the leading scorers in the area.
Yeah, he's
Here's another one with Lauren. That was good defending.
Deny it, deny it.
Look at that speed coming on the box.
Oh, yeah.
Stay on you.
It's like a ballerina.
Lauren just goes wide. He wants one so bad.
He's already had one tonight.
So bad. Yeah, I know, but
That's
he
hard
could have
work.
5 tonight.
That's hard. Yeah, he
Well,
could have.
he better
That's
work
just hard
in
work.
about 6 minutes. You know, coach is going to be emptying the bench here.
Sure. Yeah, there's.
So he's got about 6 minutes to get another goal.
Good job. Another good job by Drake.
He's got 2 already.
Littlest guy comes out with the ball. I love that. I really do. I do. I just love it.
He's just very skilled.
Keep him there, keep him going backwards. Keep him going.
Look at that play by Reynolds.
Mr. Cool.
Your man right there.
Yeah, he'll be, after this year, he'll be called an alumni.
Come on, Justin.
When you got Coach McAuliffe out there still coaching, talking to brothers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Behind you.
Well, you get lazy sometimes, you know, and it's just,
That's a nice give and go there.
and Brothers comes up and makes it great. Yeah, that's a little bit of coercion will go a long way sometimes. They shot by Lauren.
Lauren gets it that time. So you can't be within 3 feet. He's got to be more like 17 feet out to get that goal. And like we said, Lauren had to get it soon because he was coming out soon. He's worked hard this game. He's worked hard. And we're back. And Justin Brothers gets the assist. And it is now 7-0 for Chazy. And like I said, Joe, you'll be seeing the bench clearing here pretty soon. Usually coach waits till about the 20-minute mark if a game is in hand.
In a game like this, yeah. Well, you want to give your keeper some. You know, Bissonette is a new keeper this year. You want to give him a little bit of work there. Here comes Lauren.
Look, Lauren again.
See how he keeps that ball?
There it goes again.
Yeah,
So he's got his hat trick today.
a well-deserved hat trick. He's worked hard, like he always does. We got the assist.
Boys are playing hard.
Going fast and furious.
Coda, get the ball. Coda, get the ball.
24 from 12.
Reynolds.
So Reynolds, yeah. Reynolds.
Good.
Yep.
Oh, this is turning into a yawner, Joey.
Well, you know, and like you say, all Willsboro can do is try to learn from this game, pick out some positives.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're playing arguably, well, they are playing one of the best teams in the state, needless to say, but just from Reynolds to Lauren to Drake, Hayden Gay.
There's a nice service. Look at this.
He doesn't have a hat trick in.
Oh,
wow.
he already has it.
Yeah, no, but I mean a hat trick and like, oh, well, another hat trick.
2 hat tricks in the same game. What do they call that, Joe?
2 hat tricks in the same game. A double header.
Yeah, okay. It's a good ball.
But I mean, the players I name are arguably they all could be all-stars.
Yeah.
It won't happen because they'll distribute the recognition, but they're playing an all-star team here tonight.
Is that a statement, Joey, or a fact? Or?
Well, you make the call. It's 8-0.
You said it. What do you got going on?
Huh?
You know something I don't?
No, I don't actually. Just making a prediction.
I think Chazy this year has guys on the bench that could be starting for any team we played this year. And I know they'd have.
Oh, yeah, absolutely they would. There's no doubt.
And playing a team like Chazy, that's tough to beat, but
Well, I mean, it's
nice strip.
they're
Look at
doing
that.
well this year. I
Look
mean,
at a strip. Rogers having a great game. actually.
Across. Look, no, to that.
Yeah.
Gay could see that opening
Yeah.
up and just got there a little late.
Rogers is having a great game tonight.
But I want to be clear. We aren't taking anything away from Willsboro. It's just Chazy is doing that well this year.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right. I mean,
They're out
that's a
there.
fact.
They're hustling. They're playing hard.
Yeah.
They're just. The boys are. I mean, they came out of the gate clicking this year, and it's just carrying on. You know, what you worry is that you hope they aren't peaking too early, but
I don't think
they're
you
playing
have to
very
worry
well.
about that. What I worry about is their lack of competition this year in the division. That's what I look at. You know, I've seen what's out there this year, and it's just, is Chazy that good or are they that bad? I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, or is it both? I mean, there could be. Who knows? But I honestly, unless something terrible happens, I don't see Chazy getting beat in the division this year.
No, I mean, no. Well, you never know, obviously.
Well, I honestly don't. I don't think so. I mean, going through the paper and knowing, like I said, knowing some of the players that are out there in these other teams, and I'm not saying they're not going to play hard. They'd love nothing than to knock off Chazy. There's not a team out there that would like that.
But the one thing I will say, and you remember this just a few years ago, of course.
Look at that move by Reynolds.
The year that, actually 3 years ago, where Lone had to score under a minute in the semifinals of the sectionals. Now that year, if you remember, Joe, we did the game for Wyrie and Hometown Cable up here. It was 7-1, Chazy. They went down to Elizabethtown, had their way down there, and they almost lost it here. So you never know.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening this year, Joey.
Well,
I honestly don't. I don't see it happening. I don't see these other teams. I don't think they have enough.
that had to hurt.
I don't think they have enough weapons to even adjust. Because Coach Bueller's done a great job down in Elizabethtown. I honestly don't think he has enough weapons to even adjust to counter this year what Chazy can bring. They're hungry. They're mean. They're mean this year.
Well, you know,
They are. They're
focused.
They are. They're very intense.
They really felt they should have had that game at the state championship
Well,
level.
they should have.
And
I feel that way too.
we
but-
both did. I mean, we
but
called the game.
That's not what.
But that doesn't matter.
That's
why you play the game.
It's not what you want. That's how it ends up. They did work
At
hard.
the end of the day, they finished and we didn't.
Yeah.
And the last I looked, they award victories based on goals scored and goals against.
Yes. And I think that it's always going to be that way, Joey.
Yeah, I think so.
Good call.
Oh, thanks. Again, it's just more in-depth commentary here.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. I'm watching this game. It's on.
Well, I'm watching it too.
Chazy's just.
Well, you want to go play-by-play here for like the next 15
Going
minutes? Is that
on.
what you want to do?
I'm just trying to see if they can keep their sharp, because it's hard to keep sharp, to keep focus when you're up 8-0, and it's also hard to keep playing hard when you're down 8-0. I'm just watching the demeanor of these teams, see what they have, just seeing what they have.
So what are the total stats right now, Joe?
Whew. It's rather disheartening if you're a Willsboro fan.
Well, it's
There's some
16 shots. to
There's
0.
there's goose eggs all up and down the line. If you 0 shots on goal,
0 shots. 4 corner kicks to 0.
that'll probably change.
Yeah.
Reynolds!
And we are down to 19-13, so I would assume at any point he's going to start to empty.
Right there, stay with him. Somebody's got 2. Somebody's got. Stay with 12, Nick.
Yeah, he's off the.
There goes Drake.
There's Drake. He's going to finish this.
Yeah.
I mean,
That right there was a nice goal.
there's no chance. Well, you can see it coming. And Drake, this is what the second time this year in 4 games he's had 2 hat tricks.
Yes. The sophomore.
I think Rob needs to get everybody out of there now.
He is. He's going down the line now.
Yeah.
Reynolds Daniels with a nice feed.
See Dylan Garrow's up. We got Roy up. No, they're all up on the bench.
Yeah, there's no sense in kicking them too hard when they're down.
Scored by number 2, Derek Drake, and assisted by number 12, Nathan Reynolds.
I think the boys wanted to make a statement tonight to the league.
They definitely did that. Made a statement all up and down the line.
Yeah.
Right there, Luke, right here up
It's
top.
been a while since I've seen them do this type of domination.
Well, no, yeah, to Willsboro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Jared,
Here they come.
switch with Jake. Put him in the middle.
8 of them coming out. Or going in, 8 coming out.
Yeah.
He can't put any more in.
Jake, you're in the middle there with Tyler. On the
A couple injuries.
over there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, there's one more.
We put Ryan in.
Oh, yeah, got Ryan coming off. You got 9.
Stay right there, Zach. All right, down one there.
Oh, they do have 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Kennedy going in.
Ryan.
Zach Brothers. Richard Pilon.
Brett Drew, Nolan Rogers.
Three, quick.
Joey Bouye. We're going to have a change of goalkeepers also.
Booyah.
We have Trent Blaze going in for Bissonette.
Yeah.
Try to keep the shutout, so. Of course, the starters don't ever want to come off.
Oh, no. No.
Here, let's get one more. Hurry up, you know.
Walker, stay 14.
It's,
Stay 14 right there.
I think
They will be coming off.
Just want to try to rip it in.
Not a bad time we're here for a set play, but
I told you. He figured they're coming out.
so some Tommy Tebow will be going in
So
momentarily.
we got a whole 11 in, 11 out.
Whole nother team.
Yeah. Their work is done.
Boys did a good job.
Yeah.
Derek, can you wait? Here, make sure I got this.
That right there was a good old-fashioned whooping.
Yeah.
He needs one more player out there. McCullough does.
Yeah, before.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Tebow.
So he does have a whole nother team.
Yeah.
22 players.
Yes,
Actually,
22.
there's 2 injured on the bench. Dylan Doran and Alex Arabidou. We hope for their quick recovery in a few weeks.
Belton has not been back in the game.
No.
Come on, White.
You got the reserves passing the ball very well.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Good, go.
Look at this.
Gotta get service.
Dylan Garrow.
Garrow tried to go between the legs
Oh,
there.
you know what? That's what I like right there. When you
Hustle
lose
back.
it, you go back, and he got it back, and he did something nice.
Yeah.
He did it. The second decision was good. Granted, Willsboro probably a little tired, but you could say the Chazy, these guys didn't really get a chance to warm up much. I didn't see them doing a whole lot of stretching or anything, so they're coming off the bench cold.
Yeah.
Kennedy on the far side going down the line. Booted downfield.
And see Blaze should just stay in his net.
Sure. Not bad. It's a good try.
Yeah.
13 was that Tebow.
Tebow, yeah. Oh, nice play.
Yeah, moving the ball out, yeah. You gotta like this from your reserves.
Go, Richard.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Nice
Garrow.
feed.
Garrow coming
Come
off the
on.
line.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
good hustle by Dylan.
the crowd would love to see Garrow
Oh, yeah.
pop one.
Absolutely. They'd love to see any of these boys pop one.
Sure.
With
Why not?
14:33 to go.
Remember last year, I think the only one not to score was Richard Pilon, and they're going to hopefully fix that this year. Let him, if he can pop one in. He's been playing well. He made some
he
nice
has.
plays last week. Very nice plays on defense.
on, Joe. Come on.
Good hustle by Bouye.
Oh, yeah. Good hustle.
Nice ball. Good. It's all right.
Come on, Zach.
Still
Come
trying
on.
to do the right thing.
Let it go, Joe. Let it go. Let it go, Mike. That's it, White. Come on. Come on, Carol.
So that was Arnold sending it up into Chazy territory, and Ryan sending it to the other side over to Kennedy. Pushing it back, and Giroux sending it up, so it's 3-on-3.
It's a good shot.
There's a shot. And 13-18 to go.
It's be a long 13-18, Joey.
Yeah, it is.
There's no doubt about the
But the
outcome.
faithful are staying there, just bundled up, watching the game. It's what we do in the fall here, Joe. We watch soccer.
It's just been a rather unexciting season so far in this league, anyway. In this division, it's been.
It'll be interesting to see how they do against Augsburg. They're going out there.
Yes, that's in a couple of
week
weeks.
from Saturday.
Yes.
That'll be interesting. I'm not sure when is the next varsity game.
Friday, we get to play Lake Placid. It'll be interesting to see how Lake Placid is this
Okay,
year.
yeah. That could be an interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got Bissonette here, who played goalie for the first half and half of the second half, getting ready to go into the game.
It's good. I'm glad he can do that this year.
He'll put him in either in Giroux's place or Zach Brothers' place.
Yeah, put him probably in Zach. Zach's had some pretty good playing time this evening. He likes Bissonette. Try to go get a goal. You know, he's a keeper and he doesn't get a lot of chances. So Bissonette has good foot skills. He's a good field player.
There's the shot wide. No, tell us how much we know.
Yeah.
Rogers coming up.
Rogers had a great game.
Yeah, he did.
Very nice game. With a goal to show for it. And they played well tonight.
In, Richard.
He had an open.
If he just kept.
He had a lane.
I bet he can finish too. I bet he's got a hard kick.
We'll see. Hopefully before the season's
Oh,
out.
jeez.
Well, Bissonette's going to get called on
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Kind of unnecessary.
Kid's down.
Yeah, it's a little unnecessary.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably lost his breath there for a minute.
Yeah.
And we're back, and it was Captain Seth Swires who went down, and it was nice to see him get up on his own and walk off the field. But it was a collision in midair, basically, for both of them, and Swires got the worst end of that deal. So we have 10:34 to go here in the game. Oh, and
Good job by
Bouye,
Bouye.
and good no call. We have the advantage,
Not bad.
and left-footed too.
Joe.
That was good work. Go through it, you know.
Ian Anderson.
And it's cleared up by number 23, Lobdell. Running back there is Ryan, as well as Giroux. Captain Arnold sends it across. Cleared out by Kennedy. And Poitras is back on the defensive position. But Willsboro's still playing hard, and I like to see that, Joe. They aren't totally demoralized out there.
No.
They're trying to at least get a goal here.
Yeah, prevent a shutout. Take something away that's positive. They still have not been awarded even a shot on goal. I thought they would have been awarded
Well,
a
actually,
shot
that
on
just shows you they're counting the ones on net.
Yeah.
That was
Come on, Dill.
Chazy
Cousin Dylan, the ugly cousin, I should call him.
Oh, he like that.
Oh, he will. He knows I'm better looking. Good job. Really hard to beat through 5, Zach, but he did.
It's hard to beat 5, but the 6th one got him.
Yeah.
That was good work.
That was good. That is a nice service. Oh, come on.
Oh, who was that on the far side?
Looked like Justin Roy.
Is that Roy? Yeah. We have this mist or smoke coming in over on this side. I'm just wondering where it's coming from. I kept thinking it might be Mickey fries, but I don't think so.
Not from that
Not
direction.
in this direction.
Somebody starting an early season fire just to get the dampness out, maybe.
It could be. Yeah, I'm going to turn on the heater tonight myself, Joe. Supposed to get down near the freezing mark. Did you cover all your plants up?
It's pretty well shot by now.
Okay.
When soccer season starts, there's not a whole lot else going on.
You know what, Kev? We almost have to do a talking business with a green thumb puss on over here. The guy's got a green thumb. He does.
I like that. I like growing a garden.
You, I will say this: the Maggie loves the produce that you give us through the summer months.
I do.
You were the beat man this year.
I give it to quite a few people actually. Spread it out. Enjoy it.
Joe wears many hats. Green thumb is one of them. He's got the green thumb. For years we had butternut.
But I
yeah,
do
this year, Calvin. But
no
butternut
butternuts.
squash.
I did not grow butternuts this year.
We don't want to do that because that's an award we give out. We don't want to do that.
No, there's no sense. We can retire that.
All right.
That's okay, Kenny.
Well, 6:42 to go, Joe. We're getting down there. I noticed that you've gotten progressively quieter as the second half has wound down.
Well, it's just not much more to say. And
Yeah, this scoreboard kind of says it all, doesn't it?
I'll let you keep repeating yourself. So they don't need both of us doing it.
Well, it is 9-0 if you're just joining this game. And about at the 19-minute mark, Coach McAuliffe put a whole new 11 players in there, and they're doing quite well.
Yeah, they are. It's good.
And drew some right up to midfield to Mr. Garrow's foot. But it's picked up by Politti. But there are a lot of names from last year, I remember. On Willsboro.
Swires, Politti.
Politti, Arnold.
Yes.
What else do we have up there?
He lost a bunch of starters, though.
Yeah. They were very athletic.
Saywards.
Saywards,
Saywards, yeah.
That's right, the Sayward brothers,
They
huh?
were very good. Nice young men, too.
Yep.
We met them one night. I remember we met them. They came up in the booth
Oh, yeah?
for a
Oh, they were
couple minutes.
nice
Yes,
young men, the
they
team.
were.
And back there for Chazy is Ryan.
Come on, boys.
Poitras doing a good job. Good play by Mr. Pilon.
Away.
Good hustle by Drew.
Yep. That'll be a throw in here for the Eagles.
Willsboro doing a little pressuring on this second string of the Eagles.
Calvin's a little relieved. He goes, he says, okay, Joe's okay. He actually spoke the second half. He was getting a little concerned for you. I saw this look of relief over Calvin's face.
Maybe I'm just trying to decoy you guys, trying to get that extra pies.
No.
Maybe you make you feel bad for me.
Well, no, we're actually going to embarrass you right now on camera. There were 3 pieces of pie, and as soon as the camera went off, Joe attacked that like it was his last meal. And I want to give a congratulations to Calvin and Judy for their 37th wedding anniversary today. And Calvin can't wait for this game to get done to get home to his beloved wife. And so a piece of pie was there for Calvin and a piece of pie was there for me. And I stepped up and said, Calvin, please give Judy as a gift a piece of pie here. So Calvin will be going home with 2 pieces of pie for him and Judy. And
spreading the wealth is a beautiful thing, Joey.
it is.
It's the first time you've ever done it, but it is a beautiful thing.
But in fairness to Joe, he goes, there is only 2 of them, so they had their 2 pieces of pie. And then I looked at Joe, and Joe says, no pie here for you, Big Joe, no pie here.
Yeah.
And Calvin, you saw it, I wasn't going near that. That fork was going after that. Oh, I stood no chance.
Wait, good stuff, Brendan.
But I do realize you do look a lot better nourished now, Joe. You got those nice apples in you.
I feel better.
And we're going to have to, if your mother's still there and we walk in her special spot, I'm going to have to thank her. She told me, I hope it's good. I said, Mrs. P, there's no doubt in my mind it's going to be good.
It's okay.
It's
Hey, Brett, take that.
we're going to play this for your mom.
Maybe you should give me yours just to make sure. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't made up my mind.
No, I thought of Calvin and Judy on their anniversary. I brought them gifts. What would you bring, Joe?
Like bearing money, actually. Money.
Really? Oh, did he?
Gave me a check.
Oh, did he? He did? He made a donation?
He made a donation, yes. And his mother.
The fish made a donation?
And his mother did before too.
Well, okay. All right. I take back
Spread the wealth, Joe.
I take back everything I was thinking.
We all spread the wealth.
Joe, I take back everything I was thinking.
You're new to the spreading the wealth, we understand, but it does feel good, and, you know.
Well, I'm glad you see to come to our side there, Joe, and finally do something good like that.
Yeah.
Nice that about 1% like Joe decide to share it.
1% of
And I always thought he was one of those 99 percenters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see Joe, the 1%.
1%. I won't say I've what. Yeah.
Oh, God, it's funny. Well, Joe, give us, what do we got left here?
We're just about a minute and 20. I can confidently say left in the game.
What a difference 1 year can make on this field between these 2 teams.
Yeah.
Last year, we weren't the team celebrating.
Last year they were celebrating actually winning the league. They won the league that night down
Yeah, they
here.
did. Well, and you know what? They deserve to celebrate.
They celebrated, and I was glad for them.
I was too.
You know, it's like, hey, they were the first team to beat Chazy from the old MVAC
Twice in
on this
season.
on this
Right,
field.
on this field, yes.
They were the only ones to beat them. So, and E-Town's come close a few times.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
And they might do it again. But
Yeah, well, I never count those guys out.
come on, Richard.
33 seconds. He's got a fan base out there.
Yes, he does. That's a good pass. It's good seeing the fans
I think
still.
it's a student body.
Fans still are enthusiastic. Everybody wants to see Richard Pilon. This game is in the books, Joey.
It is. We're at the 10-second mark. The countdown is on. So on the 19th of September 2012, Chazy defeats Willsboro 9-0 on the George Brendler Field. Joe Poisson, Joey Trombley, and Calvin Castine brought you this game. Chazy outshot them 17-0. Corner kicks were 4-0. But when they had their opportunities, they definitely finished. And the boys remain undefeated. They're 4-0 in league play, 6-0 overall, counting the Frankie Guerrero Memorial Tournament. And They're focused. Their only one goal is to win their division, but it's to move on from there to win the regionals and then go to the Final Four.
How about an MVP, Joey? You want to pick it?
I'm gonna give it to Lauren for the 3 he scored and
Hard work.
the 5 he should have scored.
Yeah, and he had some nice,
you could give it to Drake,
passes
you
too.
could give it to
Sure,
Drake easily.
sure. They all
I mean,
played well.
The reality
Middle
is
Reynolds played very well.
every game we give multiple MVPs to the.
It's just the way it is this year.
Yeah.
There's really, the boys are playing well.
Yeah,
They're just playing really, really well. I mean, it's nice to see.
there's no doubt about it. And you know what's nice? It's nice to see the players going over to say congratulations to the officials too.
Sure.
That's a nice touch. Really nice
It was a
touch.
nice touch.
Well, as Calvin likes to say, that's the way it was in